So, if you're anything like me, you probably have more post it notes than you have ideas on how to use them. So, today we're going to go over some of my favorite ways to use post it notes in my planner. For me, it's specifically in a bullet journal, but you could use these tips in any kind of planner that you happen to prefer. So, let's get into it. Number one, create a perpetual future log in your planner. This is a fantastic way to keep your future log contained to a single page in a bullet journal because you can have the whole year in front of you, and as months go by, you just remove the months and put a new month underneath. So it's constantly moving and it's constantly there, and you're not having to draw out spreads across multiple pages. And if you tend to use your bullet journal only for weeklies, then you often end up with a bullet journal that lasts multiple years. And this way, you don't have to find extra pages inside to create a new future log for the next year. You can just keep using the same page over and over again with the genius hack of creating your future log on post it notes. Number two, create a dedicated meal planner page in your planner. Using sticky notes to create your weekly meal plan allows you to have a dedicated page that is always accessible and easy to find in your planner. You can create this page in the very front of your planner, which would allow you and anyone else who needs to quick and easy access to the week's dinner plans. On this one, I also created a sidebar that is a permanent list of our favorite dinners, so I always have ideas on what to add to the meal plan. Having this favorites list has honestly been a game changer for me because I'm not always struggling to come up with new ideas for dinner. We are a very simple family and we have no problem eating the same things over and over again on a rotation. So having this favorites list right here is super helpful. And creating your meal plan in this way also allows you to have on the opposite page, number three, a removable grocery list page. In the same way that having a single meal planner page allows you and your family to quickly and easily access the information in your planner, having a dedicated shopping list page does the same thing. And using a sticky note allows you to remove the list and take it with you to the store. And then when you get back, you can just slap on a new oversized sticky and continue to use this single page over and over again. Your family, honestly, this meal plan grocery list page with sticky notes has been one of the biggest game changers for me in my planner, and I legitimately use this one, and I cannot recommend it enough that you give it a try. Number four, movable appointments and tasks. If you have a colleague or a boss that constantly sets up meetings and then is forced to reschedule like every single week, using sticky flags to add these things into your spread allows you to move them as many times as you need to. I know that we shouldn't worry about aesthetics because our planners are tools, not works of art, but consistently having to scratch things out and rewrite them can get kind of obnoxious. So I just started using sticky notes for this purpose. This also works really well for tasks that haven't been assigned yet, but you know they're coming. If you know you have to meet with a client this week, but you haven't nailed down the date and time, you can mark it on the sidebar with a sticky and then slap it on the date when it's decided. Personally, I use this one with cleaning tasks all the time because I tell myself I'm going to vacuum on Thursday, but come on, no, I'm not. So I can move it to the next day and the next day and the next day until it finally actually gets done. Number five, a traveling to-do list. Look, I love my planner, obviously, but sometimes it can get unwieldy to drag it around with me when I'm trying to accomplish tasks around the house. And that's where a traveling to-do list comes into play. Every month when I set up my spread, I slap an oversized sticky to the opposite side of my monthly calendar. And then I use this every week to create my around the house to-do list. Then, when I have time to clean or tidy up or take care of projects around the house that I know I need to get to, I can just pull the list out of my planner and carry it around with me while I accomplish those tasks. This way, I can fill out the to-do list when I'm doing my full weekly planning, but I don't have to drag my entire planner system from my office to each room I need to work in. I can slip this in my pocket, I can slap it on the wall, whatever, but I always have my full to-do list with me where I actually need it. Number 6, create a single weekly spread. This one could be a little controversial, but some of us just don't have lives that require a full planner. So maybe what you actually need is just a generic notebook that you can use for absolutely everything. And if that could be you, then creating your weekly page with sticky notes might be the answer you're looking for. Pick a dedicated page or two for your weekly plan in your notebook, and then add a sticky note for each day of the week and add your tasks. Then at the end of the week, you pull them up, add new ones, and use the same exact page of your notebook for the next week, over and over and over again. You can toss the stickies, or if you want to keep them for reference, you could file them away in some kind of card catalog system. I don't know exactly how this would work because this idea kind of gives me hives. I couldn't imagine not having a full planner, but that's me. If this sounds intriguing to you, then you do you, babe. And a bonus tip, did you know you can cut your stickies down to custom sizes? So like this is my favorite size. It's like the 2 by 1.5. But the colors available in this size are very limited. So what I like to do is I will take the 3 by 3s that come in all the colors of the rainbow and their various shades, and I will just, I even have it marked on here, this how to cut them down because I do it so often. And you just cut, you want the widest part to have the sticky on it, and then you just cut them down. You just want to line it up carefully so they're not crooked. And then you have the 1.5 or the 2 by 1.5 in any color that you can get a sticky note. And it is my absolute favorite post-it hack because I use a ton of these and they don't always come in the colors I want. So, and then I just stick them here. And then when you cut them with the sticky on the 2-inch side, you also get a set of page flags in those colors as well. Now, unfortunately, you do end up with waste. You could use these for little bitty scrap paper if you wanted to, but I just recycle them because there's no adhesive on this side. And yeah, so it is a tiny bit of a waste, but we do what we can, you know. So if this is your favorite size and they don't come in the color that you want, just cut the 3 by 3s down. It's actually really easy and it doesn't take that long.